How you doing out there in the super cool nerd nation? My name is Jason the X, and I might be a little late, but I just saw Thor: Love and Thunder. Well, I saw it yesterday. I had to collect my thoughts and then write some stuff, and then I'm going to shoot a video. Which also, I'm sorry there have not been more video content like this. You feel self-conscious about this stuff all the time, but honestly, at this point, I'm just ready to go for it and tell you what I thought of Thor: Love and Thunder. No spoilers just yet. We'll probably discuss it on the show later on. Anyway, Thor, one of the first Marvel movies to actually make it to a fourth installment. I mean, that's quite the accomplishment when you think of it. And I honestly, Thor 1, okay. Thor 2, not my favorite. Thor 3, loved Thor 3. I thought Taika Waititi was a great addition as a director and as Korg, because everyone loves Korg, how could you not? So I'm happy to see this team get brought back together. Honestly, I love the movie. I did. And I know there's a lot of people out there that maybe thought it was a bit too silly. We've got so much variety in the MCU. This is the kind of stuff that I need to break it up every now and then. Taika Waititi is hilarious. Chris Hemsworth gets to show a little bit more of his acting chops. And honestly, as a fan, I like muscly women that look like they can kick your butt. And Tessa Thompson and Natalie Portman deliver in this movie. And I know some people are going to say it's too silly. You know what? I like the comedy. I loved it. I like that Chris Hemsworth can sometimes make fun of himself. And just, it looks like everyone's having a good time with this movie. I certainly hope so, because, you know, the humor is definitely there. But anyway, to the movie. Now, if you've read any comics, I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. What you think is going to happen, it's going to happen. So just be prepared for that. I know it's not spoilers to some of us that, you know, have read these comics before. We know what's coming. But it's honestly the journey to get there. And wow, it was a pretty good journey to get there. So the movie jumps right into it with Thor has been traveling with the Guardians of the Galaxy after the events of Endgame. He's gotten back in shape, and though he's, you know, fighting and doing things throughout the universe, he feels lost. He doesn't feel like he has purpose. Well, he's given some quickly with Christian Bale, who plays one of the better Marvel villains I've seen in a while. Now, I know that we said a lot with Black Panther, we agreed with what Killmonger was doing. Well, I kind of agree with what Gore, the God Butcher, is doing. Just a little bit. Well, then he gets off the rails. It's like we're cool up until a point, my dude. It's a shame that Christian Bale sometimes is an afterthought in this movie because his acting is so good. But it's honestly, he was something that was happening in the movie, but the main plot of the movie is what's happening to Jane Foster. Now, Jane Foster in the movie has somehow gotten back Mjolnir. It is reformed, and she has become the new mighty Thor. The thing is, she is holding on to a secret, one that is integral to the film itself. And this whole thing in the back of my mind while I was watching it, though I was enjoying the movie, I had this just profound sadness because of what was going on. They get into it very early in the movie too, and it's tragic. It's one of the things in my real life that hits me very hard emotionally. So to see it on the screen, I guess it had some effect on me, and others it may as well. But this main story that we're seeing with Jane Foster is beautifully handled and kind of makes us all think about where we're going in life. Just excellently done. Now, though Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman are center stage in this, the supporting cast is really good, with Taika Waititi coming back as Korg, who's Thor's bro. This is awesome. I love that we have the Guardians of the Galaxy in this. Honestly, could have had a little bit more of them. And that's one thing that I want to say about this movie. I felt like I needed a little bit more. But at just under 2 hours runtime, I mean, I guess it was perfect as far as like the time wise, but I could have probably stood with a couple of more minutes. But it also kind of argues with myself a little bit, because I think there are parts of the movie that drag a little, okay? But in retrospect, I look back on it, no, it was just fine. So it's a question of, could I have done with more movie, or could these parts that maybe dragged a little bit been hurried along? And I don't even think that's a fair argument, because everything is contributing to the storyline. I don't think there's anything that isn't completely unnecessary. I think it does its thing well. There's a little bit of something in here for everybody. And some people may not walk away completely pleased with what they saw, but from what I gathered and from what I watched, thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's worth a rewatch. There are even some out there that are saying, like, how does this play into the MCU as a whole? And if you don't see how this plays into the MCU as a whole, I'm kind of worried about you. There are quite a few Easter eggs in this movie, some that I plan to maybe go over in a video if I can, because there's quite a bit that's contributing to the lore of the universe. The thing that I've always liked about, well, what I liked about Thor Ragnarok and Love and Thunder is we're expanding the universe. It's kind of like with Guardians, when we got off of Earth and we were seeing the universe and these other planets. With Thor, we're seeing different realms, you know, and that contributes more to the MCU as well, just to expand things out. Not everything happens on Earth, so I'm thankful for movies like this where we're getting to see a little bit more. Thor always felt limited on Earth, let's face it. Yeah, he's there, he loves Midgard and loves to hang around, but honestly, Thor can go anywhere in the universe he wants, and this movie illustrates that, and I'm with it. I'm going to give this movie a solid 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. It's worth a rewatch. All of the actors I enjoyed. Nobody I just wanted to say, get off the screen. And at no point did I feel like I'm completely bored with this movie and what's going to happen next. Can we hurry it along? So that's my quick review of Thor, Love and Thunder. Tell me what you thought, if you think I'm completely off base. But hey, I'm just an idiot that enjoys a good movie. So, the comment section is down there. I'll argue that opinion with you. So next time, guys, I'll catch you later.